Hello, so I'm Felicia. I will tell you a little bit about TANA TORAJA. So, TANA TORAJA or Toraja Land or Land of the Toraja or Tator is a regency in South Sulawesi, Indonesia. This is the home of Toraja ethnic group people. The local government seat is in Makale, where the center of Toraja culture is Rantepao. But now TANA TORAJA has been divided into regencies that consist of TANA TORAJA with capital is Makale and Toraja Utara with capital is Rantepao. Toraja people are the local inhabited in Tanah Toraja, which are live in the mountain areas and maintain the typical lifestyle and still show their original Austronesian lifestyle and the culture are similar to Nias people. Most of the Toraja people living as farmers. The commodities are vegetables, coffee, cloves, chocolate, and vanilla. This area is one of tourist objects in South Sulawesi. Some of the interesting places in Tanah Toraja are Lunda is the step rocks on the side of typical tomb in Tanah Toraja. One is located on high ground from the hill with a deep cave, where the coffin is arranged in accordance with the family line, in the order one of left open overlooking the hillside over the green scenery. It is located approximately 5 kilometers from to the south of Rantipau. For those who want to visit Tanah Toraja, there are two alternatives that you can take by using ground transportation and air. If you are from out of town, you can transit in the city of Makassar in advance. Due to the temporary flight patch, a path with can be reached by air from big cities in Indonesia, like the Sultan Hasanuddin Airport in Makassar. To travel by ground transportation, you can start from Makassar, South Sulawesi. You can use public transportation like buses from Bus Daya Terminal. The bus is equipped with facilities such as air conditioning. The rooms are small, but the seats are comfortable, very suitable for long distance travel. And the next one is Katakesu, a stunning example of traditional Torajan village. The striking houses and granaries, known as tongkonan, make for a picture-perfect backdrop to this UNESCO World Heritage Site. The village has 6 tongkonan, 12 granaries or rice barns, a large open ceremonial ground, and nearby cave burial site. Surrounded by rice paddies which continue to be farmed today, and with a museum located inside one of the tongkonan displaying traditional wood carvings and artifacts, you can begin to imagine what life was like there. The tongkonan features are boat-shaped roof, the head of it, which is higher at the back in a symbol of a desire for prosperity for those residing in the house. The exterior is adorned with buffalo horns on a vertical pole at the front of the house, with the buffalo jaws bones strung up along the side as a symbol of the occupants' wealth and status. The more buffalo horns and jaws, the higher the prestige of the family. The next one is Kalimuang Buri and the megalith stones. Located in Sasian village, North Toraja, is in a traditional cave burial site carved into the cliff side, at the base of which is a collection of menhir megalith stones, boasting over 102 stone cultures, each of varying height. They are a traditional equivalent of a headstone to commemorate the life of a past noble. Although in line with cultural beliefs, no bodies are buried beneath the stone, but rather in the cave behind and above the site. The head of each is representative of how many water buffalo were sacrificed as part of the funeral rites, and as such an indication of the wealth and status of the deceased. Surrounding the collection of stones are a fill raised platform built in the Tongkonan style where the bodies were displayed prior to the interment. And the next one is the Sisian Mountain. Although not the highest peak in the southern Sulawesi area, it's sufficient to satisfy most hikers and is popular to trekking route. Your reward for getting out into nature is fresh mountain air and incredible views with the surrounding hills and rice paddy fields. The trek is accessible via a trail from Batu to Monga, and a return trip to the summit takes approximately 5 hours. Next one is Lolai. Lolai village is located in the highland. No wonder it features stunning scenery. It feels like you are spending time in a sky settlement. Many beautiful objects are seen clearly from there. There includes clouds, the sunlight, trees, tongkonan, etc. All of them create comfortable nuances, especially for tourism. In Lolai, the local call their traditional house tongkonan lempe. In its terrace, you are able to sit and relax while enjoying a beautiful scenery. On top of that, you are able to talk to the owner like friends. Many tourists keep coming to Lolai village. Due to this reason, the villagers has decided to provide an accommodation to visitors. They make their house as a homestay. For sure, there's a rent fee. Despite this facility, Lola is not an official tourist spot. The rent fee is such accommodation is also negotiable. Thus you should be able to talk flawlessly to the owner. That means a good communication skill will help you to get better price. Also, you should pick the best tongkonan. And the next one is Rambusolo. The Rambusolo is official name of the funeral ceremony, also known as the death perfection ceremony, and can take place during the dry season between the month of June and September each year. This is carried out either outside the Tongkonan traditional house in the village or in the field. The ceremonial site is known as Rante, where bamboo structures are erected for friends and family to watch the festivities from is from. It is a time that there is a lot of wailing, crying, dancing, and singing, and when the animals are ritual sacrificed and the croc fights occur. The meat from the animals is eaten a part of the dead feast, with the extra meat split between the attending families to take home. Although the Aluk religion, the way of the ancestor, states that only a noble person should be celebrated with a death feast. It has become an integral part of all funeral ceremonies now, with an exception of ceremonies for children and low-status adult. The next one is cave burials. The decrease in is traditional buried hollowed out cliffside grave that sometimes are as high as 30 meters off the ground. These caves have been hollowed by specialists who carry out the work without use harness or safety nets. In exchange for very little pay or some things, a couple of buffalo. Generally, the higher up the body is buried, the higher up the deceased status in society, and whom had been buried with symbols of their wealth, such as gold. The bodies were deliberately placed in hard to reach places and discourage grave robbing. They sometimes including hanging the coffin from the side of the cliff, where it remained until the rope snap or the coffin disintegrate and remains fell from the ground to the ground. Generally speaking, to the lower your status in the family, the lower in the cave you were buried. This is always above ground. This is because the Trojans believe that the earth represents the mother who gives life through the land, and to bury bodies in the ground would, in essence, reveal that purity. On our visit to TANA, we visit one of these grave sites known as Londa. It's unique that it has two burial sites within the one cave and can be entered by tourists. The next one is baby grave. Baby and young children who have not yet grown teeth at the point of their death are not buried in the manner described above, but rather are wrapped in a cloth and placed into a hollow-out three-tongue and then covered with a palm fiber door. The Torajans believe that when the tree begins to heal, the children's essence will be one with the tree. The next one is Manene. The Manene festival carried out in August and translated as the ceremonial cleaning of corpses. It is often referred to as a second funeral and is when relatives of the deceased remove their loved ones from their final resting place to clean the body and dress them in a new clothes. During the ceremony, the corpses are often exhibited in the village and paraded around the streets and hence where the Walking Dead reference have come from. They do this out of great respect for the dead and often reinsert them with money, cigarettes, or clothes or other things that they will need in the afterlife. So that's all some place and ceremony in Toraja, South Sulawesi. Thank you.